China's presence in Europe has been gaining momentum over the last decade. Beijing has increased its influence at the backdrop of renewed global power competition. China's Belt and Road Initiative has been a powerful geopolitical tool for the penetration of Chinese capital in Central and Eastern Europe. Since 2009, around $14 billion in Chinese funds have entered the region in the form of grants, loans, mergers, and acquisitions and concessions. China has become the single largest trading partner in the region. In addition, there are close to 10,000 firms with Chinese ultimate beneficial ownership operating in Central and Eastern Europe. Around 80 China-led energy and infrastructure projects are currently underway or in the planning stage. They are worth $50 billion. China has increased its economic influence from just 0.46% of the CEE economy in 2009 to 1.25% in 2019. Czechia, Hungary, Serbia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina having seen the biggest increase in the Chinese economic footprint. In Montenegro, the government debt to China has reached close to 20% of GDP. Others could also find themselves in similar debt traps in the future.
Chinese economic influence has had a negative impact on good governance and energy and climate policy. The adverse effects have been strongest in Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Montenegro.
The rising Chinese economic footprint over the last decade has coincided with the deterioration of governance standards. Hungary has been the prime example among the EU member states. National governments, in particular in the Western Balkans, have provided Chinese contractors with preferential treatment and state aid in the form of tax exemptions and the circumvention of labor standards.
Chinese energy projects are particularly worrying due to the impact on air quality, greenhouse gas emissions, landscape degradation, and biodiversity.
China has also tapped into EU regional funds for infrastructure. By 2020, Chinese companies have doubled the amount of EU-based contracts secured in the region to nearly €2 billion. The Pelješac Bridge in Croatia is the most prominent case in point. Chinese investments are derailing decarbonization efforts and are undermining the phase-out of coal power plants.
There is a need for a robust US and EU response using a range of economic tools to establish the low-carbon foundations of economic development in Central and Eastern Europe. This needs to be combined by introducing an EU-wide governance standards and screening of Chinese investments.
Want the full story? Read the latest report of the Center for the Study of Democracy at www.csd.bg.